right, let's get into it today. Let's get into your 500 seconds of resilience, your daily urgency meeting with yourself and with me. Today's topic is called 10,000 steps. I know if you're like me, we've heard that mantra and that guidance, the magical thing about 10,000 steps a day, 10,000 hours to become a master in something, 10,000 of this, 10,000 of that. Again, it's a good metric or objective to have to say I did that, or therefore I've achieved something. And of course, those 10,000 steps could be the 10,000 steps before or 10,000 steps after. Now, say before and after this thing we call now. How about those 10,000 steps you took before you and I got here? Now, for me, again, I can only speak for me. Some of those 10,000 steps prior, as before, were good, some bad, some were faltering. And in that vein of that conversation, what about the 10,000 steps ahead of you? Maybe. Really, we can't count on those 10,000 ahead as certain. And maybe we get those, maybe they're positive, maybe they're indifferent, maybe there'll be 10,000 uncertain steps. We won't know. But going a little further, what about those very small incremental steps where we can get to those 10,000? We definitely can't get back to the 10,000 previously. Certainly, you could look at your Apple iWatch or whatever, and I've had those steps, and sometimes they can show you the map of where you've been and your peaks and valleys of that day of your steps. Okay, not to be dismissive, but that's good. That's past. You can build on that to do it again. But what can you do right now? You can't take 10,000 steps right now. You can only take one. So how about this small one, this one small step we can take together now. Together and always forward. And again, I'm not trying to confuse you with this weird left field analogy, but can we make this one step forward now as certain, as committed, as firm, and steady? I said it a few moments ago, we can't take or make 10,000 steps right now. Almost certainly, I guess, if you were a Kenyan, marathon runner, he'll probably take 10,000 steps faster than I can ever think or observe. But come back to reality. Every one of us, whether we're fast or slow, we can only take one step at a time. And right now in this conversation, I'm asking you, and you already have, by downloading and listening to me right now, we are making one step further than we were a few moments ago. Those steps before and after this one should become less useful and less resourceful to you because you're going to take one. If we can commit and agree that one step right now is one forward, not one or two backwards or sideways, one forward. This step today in this moment is new, never been taken before, like this. I know it sounds kind of weird. You say, I walk all the time. I can walk, I can run, I can dance. Yeah, but I'm trying to come back and refine to the essence of what we can do in this moment. Not in comparison to what was before or what may be after. I know I'm probably a lone voice out here about focusing on what's new and now. That was what was good and nice yesterday or what could be fantastic tomorrow or next year. We'll never know that. I want to ask you to at least consider and digest the idea, the possibility that maybe looking other than in this moment will bring you most of what you're looking for in this life, if you are looking for it. If you haven't found it yet, maybe it's where you can find it. This step today has never been taken before. Not that I'm giving you anything as revelationary or brand new, nothing new under the sun, but the fact that you listen to this podcast and that I'm relaying it to you right now, it is new. Maybe you heard something similar to it, or it's totally outside of what interests you, does not preclude it from being new to you in this moment. So, I hope you can be with me in this consideration. Let's be courageous in this step together right now. And not necessarily just with me, with all of you in this step you're taking right now. You don't need me for that. But right now, use it just as a nudge, a soft whisperer from the wilderness about focusing on what's real and what's new right now for you. Maybe you can even correlate this step in this moment to this breath, to this move, to this observation, and to this experience you've received with this heartbeat. Maybe this step, this breath, this observation, this experience, and that heartbeat in your chest right now is right now, right here. Maybe this will give you just a little bit of clarity into what is important to you. Not what I'm saying should be important to you. I'm relaying to you what is important to me. I'm trying to endorse, embrace, exhibit, and represent what I produce from this presence. So hopefully that helps you as you define, refine, and come to agreement with what is important to you in this thing I'm calling this moment. Not yesterday, not tomorrow. And again, another reference to, or re-emphasizing, I want to always talk about and guide you toward your resilience and the question about what drives you. What drives you to do what you do. However you do it. Again, that thing called the drive. But even before that drive, you have a desire to do something that excites you, that moves you forward, that says to you, this is what I want to do. So I'm asking you to readjust or reset to this observation about moving forward with your not 10,000 steps, this one step today and in this now. Thank you once again. As always, stay present, stay current, and it always will be 820.